students. Hello everyone. Today we are going to start with the physics chapter, that is electricity, student. So today we are going to see what is electricity, and in this chapter what are the numericals and what are the formulas we are going to use. Okay students, now everyone know what is electricity, student. Without the electricity there's nothing in this world can run. Okay, so now we will see electricity is basically, in the physics we call it as electric current. We call it as electric current. And what is electric current, student? Electric current is nothing but flow of charges. What is it? Electric current is the amount of charge flowing through a particular area in a unit time. This is a definition, student. That is a rate of flow of electric charges. Most of the time the electricity is caused because of the electrons. So now we'll see what is it actually. We'll tell in terms of formula. Always remember, student, in physics you have to support your definition along with your formula. Now what is it says? Electricity or electric current is the amount of charge flowing through a particular area in a unit time. Okay, so now what is, according to the definition, electric current is denoted as I, student. This is electric current, and it is the rate of flow of charge. What is rate of flow of charges? Q upon time, means the flow of charges per unit time. So it is, when we say rate of time, student, then in the denominator we write time period. At particular time, how many charges are flowed. Okay, so current is equal to Q upon T. Q denote for charge, T is for time, I is for electric current. Okay, student. Now, what is the charge? What is the unit of the charge, student? Now, always remember the charge, the unit, it is coulomb. Okay, what is it? The SI unit of charge is coulomb and it is denoted as C. And according to the formula, the current unit will be coulomb per second. Okay, it is coulomb per second, student. But as this unit, we give it for the scientist's name, that is Ampere. It is a French scientist and he discovered, so according to the discovery, the unit name is Ampere. So the unit of current is Ampere, student. It is denoted as A, Ampere. Okay. Now, how you will define? Always remember, when they say state and define the unit of current. So how you will say? You will correlate with your formula. I, that is current, is equal to Q upon T. Now what does it says? 1 ampere is constituted by the flow of 1 electron. That is 1 charge. 1 electron means 1 charge. Okay. So 1 electron. Yes. So 1 electron. Then after that what happened? Flow of 1 electron per second. So 1 ampere is the flow of 1 coulomb, because that is the unit of the charge. 1 coulomb per second. So 1 coulomb per second, student. So I'll say that the 1 ampere is constituted by the flow of 1 coulomb charge per second. Understood, student? Now, how you measure your current? How you measure the electric current? There is an instrument which is called as ammeter. Okay, that is an instrument which will measure the current flowing through a electric circuit. Now we'll have, what is a circuit, student? Now circuit is a closed circuit, means in that the current is passing through that. Okay, so in a circuit, the how much electric current is flowing, it is measured by an instrument called as ammeter. Okay, students. Now we will see this all further. Now this is the basic formula, student. Current is equal to Q upon T. Now after that we'll move to the next topic, electric potential and end potential difference. Now what is electric potential is that? Okay, student. Now what is electric potential is? You will be having a doubt how the current is flowing. Is it without the electricity, will the light or will the bulb will glow? Without the electricity, will the bulb Will glow, student? No, it will not go. Some battery or it should be attached to some external source. Then only the electricity or the current will be flowing through it. So that will be the big question mark, how the current is flowing. So that is done, or that is accomplished by potential difference. What is it? Potential. There should be a difference in potential in the circuit. Then only the current will be flowing. And this potential, the difference of potential, is produced by batteries or it is produced by cells. Now how this happen? There is a cell, student. Some chemical reaction will happen. And because of that, there is a difference in charge. There is a difference in potential. That is why in cell we write plus minus, minus plus. Based on that, potential difference is developed, and because of that, current start flowing through the circuit. Okay. Now, according to the physics, what is the definition is? Potential difference between a 2 point is the work done upon charge. So, I'll say potential difference is denoted by V, student, work done upon charge. Now, what is the difference? Electric potential between 2 points in an electric circuit is the work done to move 1 unit charge. To move a 1 unit charge from one point to the another, how much work is done? That is your potential difference, student. That is the potential required from one place to another. It should be moving. Okay, students. So, this is the way you have to proceed. Okay. Now see, we got this. Now very important thing. What is the unit, student? The unit of potential difference is volt. What is it? The unit, SI unit of potential difference. The SI unit of potential difference is 1 volt. Okay, what is it? It is 1 volt, student. Okay. Now what is it? We'll correlate with this thing. 1 volt is equal to work done unit is how much, student? It is 1 joule upon what is the charge unit? 1 coulomb. Okay. So it is 1 coulomb, student. So you have to state like this. When they ask the definition of potential difference, you have to say that it is the 1 joule upon 1 coulomb. Okay. So how you will define the unit? A potential difference between a 2 points in a current carrying conductor when 1 joule of work is done to move 1 coulomb from one point to the another. So 1 volt is this, you can write a joule per coulomb. Understood, student? So this is the way you have to learn about it. This is the way you have to give the answer. I hope you understood this point. Now students, we'll start with circuit diagram. What we will do? We will do the circuit diagram, student. Now before going to the circuit diagram, you should know what are the symbols. First is a cell. A cell is denoted as like this, student. It is denoted like this. This is positive terminal. This is negative terminal, student. A negative terminal is kept as short. So this is a symbol for an electric cell. Now what is cell? A combination of cell forms a battery. So a battery is denoted like this. A battery is denoted like this, student. Plus again. So this is battery, student. Now we'll see about switch. When it is open. When it is open, student, that time the switch will be like this. Okay. When the switch is closed. When the switch is closed, student, you will put a dot in the bracket. So that means the circuit is closed or the switch is closed. Now a wire joint. Wire joint means you know that wire jointing in a circuit. So you will write wire joint is denoted like this. Okay. Now wire crossing. Wire crossing means the wire is crossing but it is not connecting with that another wire. So that time we'll say wire crossing without joining student. So what it will be? It will be like this. Okay student, so this is the symbol we use in the circuit diagram. Okay, now electric bulb is denoted like this. Electric bulb is denoted like this. And the resistor, first note it down student, most of the term you will not know about it, further in the chapter we will study. Okay, the resistor is denoted like this student. It means it is a resistor. Okay, so till now you understood. Now we will see another symbol. This is resistor. There are many symbols student. So now we will see the next one. What is the next one student? It is rheostat. What is it? Rheostat. What is it? Rheostat is denoted like this student. Now ammeter. What is the ammeter? Ammeter is denoted like this. A plus minus. This is ammeter. Now voltmeter. What is ammeter? Which measures the current, and voltmeter is which measures the potential difference. So this is your potential difference. So this is all about the symbol used in the circuit diagram student. Now we move to the most important topic, that is Ohm's law. Okay, that is most important topic, Ohm's law student. Okay. Now what does Ohm's law says? That very simple. Ohm's law says that potential difference is directly proportional to the current flowing through the circuit. The potential difference is directly proportional to the current flowing through it. Means here what is the answer will be? Now to remove the proportionality we have to put constant student. To remove the proportionality we have to put the constant. So how we will put it? We will say that V is equal to IR. V is equal to IR. So I remove the proportionality. I put the constant as resistance. Okay. I put the resistance. Now this is your formula. Now R is the constant, that is resistance of the resistor. Now what is resistance is? It is the property of a conductor to resist the flow of charge through it. Means how much? See, it is not necessary a particular conductor will allow all the current through for it. It will resist some current. So that is the property, and that property is resistance. Okay student, and that depends on the conductor only student. So R is equal to V upon I. Now what is the unit of resistance? Very simple. 1 volt upon 1 ampere, and it is denoted by the scientist name, that is Ohm's law. So that is why we denote it as, this is the symbol of Ohm. Okay, the unit of resistance is Ohm student. Now after that what we are going to do is that how to represent that in the graph. Very important. In the graph, very simple. This is potential difference V, and this is I, current. This is potential. Now it is constant, so that is why you will get a straight line as a slope. Okay, so this is the graph representing the Ohm's law. Okay, so this is about Ohm's law student. Now we'll see what are the factors in which the resistance of a conductor depends on. Okay, now what it is? The resistance. The resistance factors is, what are the factors? The resistance are directly proportional to the length of the conductor. What is it? The resistance depend on the length of the conductor student, as well as resistance inversely proportional to the area. It is a cross section area. It is not about the normal area student. It is a cross section area of the conductor, and we will combine this equation. So it will be L upon A. Now to remove the proportionality, we have to put what? Constant, and that constant is resistivity. And what is the resistivity, student? Resistivity, and it is denoted as, it is a rho, and it is a resistivity, electrical resistivity of the material of the conductor. It is completely depend on the nature of the conductor, student. It is completely depend on the nature of the conductor. Okay. So the unit, again we'll talk about the unit for this particular thing. What will the unit will be, student? We'll see. Now we'll shift everything. We have to find the unit of the resistivity. We'll shift everything. R into A upon L is equal to rho. And we'll see what is R unit? Ohm. Into area is meter square. Length is meter. And 1 meter is cut because that is the way we do in the mathematics. So ohm meter. So the unit of the resistivity is ohm meter. Understood, student? Now we will go to the most important thing of this chapter. What is it? The series connection. Series and parallel connection. We are going to see how we are going to arrange the resistors in series and the parallel combination. It's very simple, very easy. If you get that concept, student, it's very simple. I'll draw the circuit. First is resistance in series connection. Now how we will do it? First we will connect the ammeter because that is important to measure the current. Now battery is important. Okay. Then after that, this is your switch. Okay. Now the resistor we are going to connect. And also voltmeter is connected to measure the voltage. Okay. Now very important, student, you have to connect like this. This connection is important. This is plus to minus, like that only you have to. You are not going to change anything as such. Here the current is flowing. This is completely closed circuit. Now we will see, student, what is the combination. Now this is a series, means beside only the resistance are connected. Now we'll see it. Now over here what happened? The potential difference will be, this will be, I am going to take about, this is V1, this is V2, this is V3. Okay, the current flowing through each resistor will remain same. So I'll write I. Okay, and obviously these are 3 different resistors. So I will take R1, R2, R3. So now what is it will be? It will be V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Okay. Now V1 is what? What is V1, student? What is the formula according to the Ohm's law? It is IR. V is equal to IR. So I will replace that value. IR1 plus IR2 plus IR3. Now we'll write this also. What is the total potential will be? It will be equal to I, because current will remain same, but I will write the total resistance I will write is at RS. So the total resistance is RS. Now what it will do? I'll take common, student. I'll take common as I as common, student. I'll write R1 plus R2 plus R3. So after that what we are going to do? IRS. Now this get cancelled. Now what we conclude? RS is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. If n number of resistors are connected. So what I say? R1 plus R2 plus R3. It goes on till you reach with Rn. This indicate number of resistance. So this is the resistance in series connection. This is the resistance in series connection, means resistor in series connection. How to find resistance in series connection or number of resistors connected in series connection. Now we'll see the next part, that is resistor in parallel connection. Okay. Now what it indicate? Now we'll see the resistance in parallel connection, student. Same diagram we are going to do, but in parallel connection is different, student. Okay, now what is it? It is like this. I am connecting 3 resistor. Okay, this is R1, this is R2, this is R3. Okay, now I will write it down. Now we are going to connect with the battery. After that, switch is required. Then after that, ammeter. Okay, so this is our circuit completed. The current is flowing. Okay. Now what is it? Now we'll see here. What you understood, resistance will be different. Now the current will be different, student, because the current will be distributed among the resistors. So I write I1, I2, I3. But potential difference will be remaining same. So what we are going to write? We are going to write that it is current. Total current will be I1 plus I2 plus I3. Now what is the formula according to Ohm's law? V is equal to IR and I is equal to V upon R. So I'll write V upon R. Parallel, I am denoting it as total resistance parallel connection. V upon R1 plus V upon R2 plus V upon R3. Now I'll take common, student. So how when I take common V, so it will be 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. Okay, so it will be cancelled. So what it will be? At the end we will come to know 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. This is for parallel combination. This is for parallel combination, student. You have to understand in which connection what is same, what is different. Okay. So this is your formula for parallel connection. Now the last topic, eating effect of electric current. Over a time, as you supply the electricity, it start eating up, student. You see, like when the fan is rotating, over a time it start raising the temperature. Okay, so this all is called as eating effect of electric current. Okay, now what is the eating effect formula? Is very simple ones. What is it? It is, see, consider the current flowing through a resistor R. Let the potential difference be V and let T be the time taken during which a charge flows. The work done in moving the charge through a potential difference will be V into Q. Therefore, so the source must be applying energy into V into Q in time T. So the power, what will the power is? Power is work upon time taken. Now work done according to the current is V into Q upon T. Now what is it? Q upon T formula. First part of the chapter, it is Q upon T is I. I'll replace that value V into I. Now after that, what is eating effect? So now the energy supplied to the circuit will help in heat. The energy which is supplied in the circuit, that will be involving in supply of heat, or it is supplied as a heat. So that will be the formula for this particular thing. Okay, students. So the amount of heat produced in time T will be, this is for the power is for per unit time. Now this is for a particular time T. The heat produced will be V into I into T, student. Okay. So this is your formula. Now what is Ohm's law? IR is equal to V. So I'll put the formula, student. I'll replace this value instead of potential difference. So instead of that, IR into IT. So I into I is what? I square, then RT. So this is your eating effect of current. This is the formula we are going to use in the chapter, student. Okay, this is all about the electricity student. I hope you all understood the concept. And another thing, after that, numericals are very, very important in this chapter, student. That will be seeing in the next lecture, student. I hope you all understood the concept. Thank you so much for the support, and we'll see in the next class. Thank you for subscribing my channel.